Tonight at 5, as the fentanyl and opioid crises continue to increase overdose deaths across the country, investigators say they are now finding other drugs laced with fentanyl.
Plus, the Nashville community gathers for a vigil tonight as police continue to search for a motive behind a school shooting that left 6 people dead, including 3 children. And we're sharing heated moments from a hearing on Capitol Hill after the ex-CEO of Starbucks testified before Congress over labor law disputes. You're watching News 3 now at 5. And new at 5, 3 people are now without a home after a fire at an apartment building on Madison's southwest side. 2 dogs were also killed in the fire. It happened on the 2300 block of Carling Drive this afternoon. Crews arrived to find 1 unit filled with smoke and flames. No one was home when the fire broke out. Officials are still investigating how the fire started. Fentanyl is a full-fledged crisis nationwide, but when concentrated in heroin, Narcan has decreased the deadly risk. But a new kind of overdose is cropping up in our area. Beloit police tell us they've started finding fentanyl in other drugs like crack cocaine. Andrew Banstra is here to explain.
Yep, many heroin users have already learned the lesson. Keep Narcan with them. But now, with fentanyl appearing in other drugs too, there's many more users at risk who may not have Narcan at all.
In 2021, state data showed 1,300 Wisconsinites died from fentanyl overdoses, most laced in heroin. But now, its reach is spreading.
In the past, that's who our fentanyl overdoses have primarily affected. This is a little different. We're seeing our overdoses more now with the crack cocaine users.
In the last week, Beloit PD has seen 5 overdoses that they believe are linked to fentanyl-laced crack cocaine. Similar to fentanyl-laced heroin, it's mixed into batches to increase drug pin profits. That bad batch may have reached Dane County, too.
We've heard more anecdotally from people in our community that, yes, stuff that historically hasn't had fentanyl, they're seeing it. We're seeing it in crack cocaine and other street drugs here in the community.
Wednesday morning, the FDA greenlit Narcan without a prescription to be sold everywhere. That means come July, instead of a pharmacy, you can buy Narcan anywhere from gas stations to grocery stores.
The ability to get people closer to those life-saving measures without some of previous barriers, whether that be insurance or cost or stigma.
Beloit police said they now see fewer overdose deaths from heroin as Narcan has become more common. But with it spreading to other drugs...
I don't think they're carrying the Narcan like our heroin users have gotten used to doing for years. They're also using alone more often, so there's no one there to assist, call 911 or administer Narcan.
This is not common, especially at this concentration. And just like we heard when fentanyl first infiltrated heroin.
And in many occasions, they have no idea that the drugs they're using contain fentanyl.
Experts say if you use hard drugs, to have Narcan on hand. It's much easier to get it now, and if you don't have to use it after you overdose, when it could be too late.
Andrew, thank you. And let's keep a close eye on the weather. We'll need to the next couple of days as we get closer to Friday's alert day. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Susan. It's sunny. It's cold in the backyard. Temperatures just barely above freezing. And yet 48 hours from now, we could be looking at a pretty significant severe weather outbreak across southern Wisconsin. Let's start out by taking a look at the first warn weather alert day in the forecast for high winds, hail, heavy rain, and even the possibility for tornadoes as temperatures are expected to rise into the lower 60s with a strong storm system moving through the Midwest. Storm Prediction Center Day 3 severe weather outlook from the National Weather Service, an enhanced or level 3 risk across far southwestern Wisconsin, a level 2 or slight risk from Madison southward, and a level 1 or marginal risk for isolated severe thunderstorms north of Madison. Again, Friday afternoon, Friday night. Hardly a cloud in the sky today. It's been nice. We had a little bit of snow early this morning, but you can see that band of snow showers, boom, off to the east, and things are pretty quiet right now. Current temperatures, though, are on the cold side. 37 Janesville, 35 Madison. Most areas seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. Across Dane County, we're seeing temperatures ranging from about 37 in Middleton to 35 in Sun Prairie and 35 in Deerfield. For this evening, look for clear skies. Temperatures will drop pretty quickly, down to about 24 by 10 p.m., and it'll be down down in the upper teens by early tomorrow morning. But I'll take a look at the timing on that severe weather threat as we head into Friday afternoon and Friday night in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Students took the lead as 3 candidates for the Madison School Board participated in a forum today, sharing their visions for the district.
Our Braden Ross is live at Operation Fresh Start, where that forum just wrapped up. Braden, what did you hear from the candidates?
Yeah, so this forum just wrapped up about 30 minutes ago now. It was led by Operation Fresh Start. And the cool thing about this forum is almost all of the questions were asked by students. So they asked about things like driver's ed, they asked about school safety, special education programs. For some background, there are 3 candidates running for 2 open seats. So all 3 candidates were here today. Nikki Vandermeulen is running unopposed for one of those seats. For the other seat, you'll have a choice between former West High teacher Blair Mosner-Feltham and former city council candidate Badri Lankella. So again, 3 candidates running for 2 open seats. All 3 were here today, and they all shared, their opinions, answered questions from students. This was student-led. So I'll have more on the candidates tonight at 10. For now, Braden Ross in Madison for News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. And a reminder, next Tuesday already is Election Day. The polls are open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. In-person absentee voting is still going on right now, but the final day to do so varies for each polling location. And you can find more information on a special section of our website. Just look for the Election News and Resources banner by scrolling down on our homepage. You'll also find more information about the candidates vying to be Madison's next mayor and also Wisconsin's next Supreme Court justice, as well as what you should bring with you to the polls.
A citywide vigil will be held in Nashville tonight for the 6 people killed in a school shooting.
A makeshift memorial continues to grow at the Covenant School as investigators continue to search for a motive. Detectives are still going over a notebook that the shooter left behind. Authorities believe the 28-year-old had weapons training and may have stopped somewhere between leaving home and arriving at the school. According to police, she did not have problems at the school while she was a student there.
Suspect was under doctor's care for an emotional disorder of some type. As of right now, we don't have any indication there was any problems at the school or at home.
A Nashville city official said the head of the school, Catherine Kuntz, may have died trying to protect the children. She'd left a Zoom meeting when the shooting started. Police say her body was positioned in a manner that leads them to believe she had an encounter with the shooter.
The shooting in Nashville has shocked and horrified the nation, but in the wake of the tragedy, Congress shows little appetite for breaking the impasse over gun control and an assault weapons ban. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
Outrage over the Nashville school shooting has reignited the debate over gun control, a pattern that repeats with each new atrocity.
How much blood must be spilt? How many children must be killed until we do the right thing?
But angry words have not led to action in Congress. Tennessee Republicans shifted the conversation away from guns altogether.
What this does is highlight some of the mental health issues, the mental health crisis we have in this country.
The tragedy that happened in my state was the result of a depraved person, somebody very, very sick.
In the face of Republican opposition to any measure restricting access to guns, House Democrats called for Congress to put people over politics.
There is no excuse to allow our streets to be flooded with weapons of war.
Democrats Ed Markey and Alyssa Slotkin introduced a bill to fund research into the causes of gun violence, alongside school shooting survivors who described their trauma.
My classmates and I frantically grabbed makeshift weapons, including scissors, tape dispensers, and a hockey stick. Anything we could find at the moment.
Firearms have become the leading cause of death for children in the U.S., leading President Biden to renew pressure on Congress to ban assault weapons.
I'm going to keep calling it out, remind people that they're not acting.
Even before the tragedy in Nashville, polls showed most Americans are dissatisfied with the nation's gun laws as they watch more heartbroken parents bury their children. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The Nashville shooting is the 13th school shooting so far this year.
New today, Pope Francis will be spending a few days in a hospital in Rome because of a respiratory infection. The Vatican says Pope Francis went to the hospital after having some trouble breathing. Doctors diagnosed the Pope with a respiratory infection, which is not COVID-19, they say, and he will stay in the hospital for treatment. Earlier today, the 86-year-old pontiff took part in the weekly general audience at St. Peter's Square and looked to be in good health.
New at 5, the Senate voted 66-30 to repeal the 1991 and 2002 authorizations for the use of military force against Iraq. The bill's passage would mark a formal conclusion to the conflicts and a symbolic reassertion of Congress's ability to declare war. It comes 20 years after the last U.S. invasion. The authorizations have been used beyond their original scopes by both former Presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump to okay additional strikes.
War powers belong in the hands of Congress. And so we have an obligation to prevent future presidents from exploiting these AUMFs to bumble us into a new Middle East conflict.
The bill now must be approved by the House before it heads to President Biden's desk to be signed. While its fate in the House is still uncertain, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has signaled support for it and said it would likely be brought to the floor. The White House supports the measure.
Gary has more on the upcoming stormy alert day next at 5.
Plus, heated moments on Capitol Hill today during a Starbucks hearing. We'll have the details after the break. And tonight at 6, how a Madison TikTok influencer is working to raise awareness for the trans community. We'll have that story at 6.
A strong day for tech shares. The Dow jumps more than 323 points. The Nasdaq gains 210. S&P 500 adds more than 56 points. And we'll be right back.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz? You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz. It's the Mattress Madness event at Steinhafels. The best time to buy your new mattress. Test rest the new Beauty Rest Black for your chance to win a dream vacation to Hawaii. Steinhafels has all the best brands at the best prices. And with our 72-month special financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Plus, with free delivery and our 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't go wrong. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Sir Jenian's landfill-free guarantee has kept more than 20 million pounds of commercial and residential carpet and pad from area landfills. Visit Madison's largest showroom of flooring options, including eco-friendly products, local, sustainable Sir Jenian's.
Remember this, and the false elector scheme. In Wisconsin, extremist Dan Kelly was the right-wing lawyer behind the scenes of it all. The bipartisan January 6th commission revealed Kelly advised Trump operatives as special counsel to overturn the will of the people and overthrow the election results. Kelly even went on tour promoting the big lie. On April 4th, vote like democracy depends on it, because it does.
Trust your feet to Morgan's shoes.
Why Nout? Why not? Feel the comfort and durability of Nout footwear at Morgan Shoes. Nout shoes and sandals feature full-grain leathers in a multitude of colors. Nout's cork and latex composite insole is designed for daily comfort and support, and they are made to last. You'll enjoy Nout's luxury. Shop Morgan Shoes Hilldale for your next pair.
Morgan Shoes, trusted since 1961.
Morgan Shoes Hilldale.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures. Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape and the health of the mother. Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion.
With severe weather expected on Friday, a first warned weather alert day is in the forecast. At 6, I'll let you know when the best chances for severe weather will be.
And a local influencer is raising $1 million for trans women's health care. We'll share her story tonight at 6.
For over 2 years, a Sauk County woman paid monthly for a home warranty plan. But after several repair claims, no money reimbursed.
You just get kind of put off.
Tahlil Mohildin shows you what happened after this disgruntled customer made a call for action. Thursday at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A battle taking place on Capitol Hill today as the founder of Starbucks squares off with lawmakers about his company's efforts to prevent hundreds of stores from unionizing. Skylar Henry shares some of the heated moments from the hearing.
Starbucks founder Howard Schultz's testimony turned into a heated exchange while defending his company's values and the benefits it regularly provides workers.
Are you aware of a union contract? Sir, answer the question. Of a union contract that has those benefits, sir?
Mr. Schultz.
Are you aware?
Mr. Schultz, here's your testimony. Looking back, it is clear to prior to my return last April, the company had lost its way, that it had fallen under the dangerous influence of Wall Street short-termism, that I had always tried to...
I asked you a question, sir. You don't understand.
The clash came during a Senate hearing looking into attempts to unionize Starbucks stores.
Are you aware that NLRB judges have ruled that Starbucks violated federal labor law over 100 times during the past 18 months, far more than any other corporation in America?
Sir, Starbucks Coffee Company unequivocally, and let me set the tone for this very early on, has not broken the law.
Schultz insisted that his company is willing to work with coffee shops that unionize, but some former baristas appeared and testified that they felt intimidated and threatened when they tried to unionize the shops where they worked.
When we filed, they fired our store manager. He was a very well-liked store manager. He actually helped in our organizing effort once he was fired.
The hearing set up a dynamic where Republicans were left defending Schultz, a 2020 Democratic presidential candidate.
I also think it's rich to not recognize the extraordinary conflict of interest we have, which is our Democrat colleagues overwhelmingly get their campaign funds from unions.
Roughly 300 out of more than 9,000 Starbucks-owned shops have voted to unionize. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
More than 300 shops, including some here in Dane County, have voted to unionize, but Starbucks has yet to sign a contract with any of them. Schultz says the company will continue to negotiate in good faith with each store individually.
New at 5, Dane County has ranked 8th as one of the healthiest counties in Wisconsin. Researchers considered several factors when ranking each county. That included housing quality, education, access to outdoor spaces, opportunities for community involvement, and access to care.
Access to care is really one small component of what creates community health. And so our model shows that social and economic factors are a primary source of what determines health.
Ozaukee and Waukesha counties also ranked high on the list, while places like Menominee and Milwaukee counties ranked lower after researchers found gaps in social and economic opportunities.
A chilly day today, and we're bracing for an alert day on Friday. Gary's here now with the forecast. Gary?
Yeah, the potential exists for a severe weather outbreak less than 48 hours from now, even though now we've got temperatures right around freezing. We have that first warned weather alert day in the forecast for Friday afternoon, Friday evening. This graphic has not changed over the last couple of days. We put it in Monday afternoon. We were pretty confident that there was going to be a severe weather outbreak on Friday, and that still continues to be the case. That's the whole reason we put an alert day in the forecast, to give you some advance notice of this. And the Storm Prediction Center from the National Weather Service has a level 3 or enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms over far southwestern Wisconsin, a level 2 or slight risk from Madison southward, and a level 1 risk or marginal risk for isolated severe thunderstorms north of Madison. The other thing to take into consideration is this hatched area here. That indicates the potential for higher end severe weather events, including straight line winds of hurricane force or greater, 75 miles per hour, and the possibility for strong tornadoes, EF2 strength or stronger. So again, that's where the highest severe weather potential is. But if temperatures warm up by a couple more degrees, this severe weather threat area will shift northward as well. Future track beginning at 7 p.m. Thursday. We'll kind of break it down for this area. We'll have a band of showers that will come through and then change the snow up to the north. But notice our temperature is already starting to rise. So by midnight, we're up around 50 degrees. We'll see some showers, perhaps a few thunderstorms overnight, Thursday night into Friday morning. Right now, these are not expected to be severe, although they could bring some heavy downpours. But notice the temperature is getting up to around 50, whereas farther north, those temperatures will be colder. Now, as we head into Friday morning and around noon on Friday, things pretty quiet. There might even be some breaks in the clouds. That would be bad news because that would help heat up the atmosphere a little bit more, make it more unstable, and make it more likely that we would see the potential for severe weather. So by early afternoon, we start to see these clusters of strong to severe thunderstorms develop as temperatures get into the upper 50s and lower 60s. As we head toward 5 p.m., notice temperatures around 60 near the Illinois state line, upper 50s elsewhere. A squall line coming in from the west, the possibility for more severe weather. But look at the difference in temperatures, near 70 down toward the Illinois state line and upper 30s just north of our viewing area. Then as the whole system moves through, the severe weather threat ends, temperatures turn colder overnight, and then watch what happens. We get cold enough for some snow as we head into Saturday morning. Future track precipitation, in addition to the severe weather, we could be looking at rainfall of 2 to 3 inches in some spots from heavier thunderstorms and snowfall of maybe an inch or two, especially in the northern parts of our viewing area as we head into Saturday morning. Planning your night across Dane County, it'll be cold. Low 19 in Middleton, 20 in Windsor, 22 in Roxbury, and across the rest of southern Wisconsin, low of 20 in Fond du Lac, 17 in Wautoma, and 25 degrees in Platteville. For tomorrow, look for skies to become cloudy, but it'll be breezy and a little milder with a high of 44, and showers will develop in the afternoon. Our first warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Again, that big swing up in temperatures with the severe weather threat on Friday, big swing down on Saturday with snow in the morning. We will warm back up again next week with more shower and thunderstorm chances. It's possible there could even be a severe weather threat in here somewhere, and then some rain shower chances as we head toward the following weekend, which is Easter Sunday weekend. As we take a look at first warned traffic, things looking pretty good. Well, we had the Beltline camera up earlier. It was at Fish Hatchery Road. Traffic was moving very steadily in both directions. Right now, no problems on the Beltline, I-39, 90, 94, east side of Madison. Right now, a 14 to 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 18 minutes coming inbound on East Washington Avenue from Sun Prairie. Outbound, 24 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39, 90. 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. And downtown to Sun Prairie will take you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warned traffic.
Oh, and Gary can't wait. Baseball season officially begins tomorrow. He'll be at Wrigley, but next at 5, we'll tell you about some new rules that could speed up the game and give fans a little more excitement. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
Community is helping each other, making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
Get 11% off everything right now at Menards. FPP's Volt Edge Lawn and Garden Battery will power all of your tractors and lawnmowers. Each battery is built with the power to get you started. Pick up this battery for just $26.99 after rebate. Keep your engine running smoothly with Shell. Rotella Heavy Duty Motor Oil offers triple protection. It controls wear, deposits, and emissions. Pick up a gallon for $14.99 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Like, yeah, we so amazing.
the stylish Chevy Equinox RS and Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer. The RS family of Chevy SUVs, definitely worth a follow. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
He brutally raped her, repeatedly.
I spent endless nights plagued by nightmares. My bedroom door was barricaded. I was so afraid.
But Judge Protasiewicz ignored her pleas, let the rapist off easy, and now he's back on the streets.
When you don't know where your attacker is, then he is everywhere. He is every sound in the night.
Tell Judge Protasiewicz, stop failing victims and stop protecting criminals.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Major League Baseball returns tomorrow, and fans can expect some big changes this season.
Bradley Blackburn tells us the league is hoping to add more action for the viewers.
The boys of summer are back, and baseball fans are ready.
I actually came all the way from Dominican Republic for this.
You did?
Yes.
For opening day?
Yes, for opening day.
All 30 Major League Baseball teams are in action Thursday, with some pretty big rule changes as they take the field. Pitchers will now have 15 seconds to throw a pitch, 20 seconds when a runner is on base, and batters must be ready to hit by the time the clock reaches 8 seconds. The new rules are clearly aimed at picking up the pace.
Which is great, because I hate to get home at 11 o'clock at night.
Another big change, the infield shift is no longer allowed, which means 2 players must be on each side of the infield.
We think the changes work together in order to promote getting the ball in play, giving fans more action, less downtime.
Of course, watching the game is just part of the baseball experience when fans come out to the ballpark. Don't forget the food and drink. At Fenway Park in Boston, this year's game day menu includes avocado fries, a New England maple bacon burger, and plenty of frosty beverages. But at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, don't expect plenty of 99 burgers. Sales of the burger named after Yankee slugger Aaron Judge will be limited to only 99 per game. Are you going to try and get one?
I'm definitely going to try and snag one of those. Definitely.
Fans in New York and at stadiums across the country are ready to score good eats and catch more action as the 2023 baseball season kicks off. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And one other change, the bases are getting bigger by 3 inches to be exact.
The MLB says that'll create more action, allowing more players to be tempted to steal bases and also help reduce collisions along the base paths. Gary's final opening day forecast for his trip to the friendly confines to see the Cubs and Brewers after a short break.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
Come to Slumberland and get 20% off our beautiful new furniture and decor during our Spring Spruce Up event. We've got fresh new looks, like sleek new upholstery for your living area, plus extra discounts on recliners, patios, Sealy mattresses, and sectionals, including our new super versatile modular sectional. Get an extra 20% off Slumberland low prices during our Spring Spruce Up event right now at Slumberland Furniture. And check out our easy new mattress rating system to get you in your perfect bed.
Brothers Maine has been family-owned since 1938. Some of us were born into this family, and others chose to join through the years. Now, we know you can't replace family, but you can replace appliances, and Brothers Maine is here for you when one breaks down. Our in-house team has delivered ranges to washers to refrigerators to hectic households in a pinch, oftentimes the next day. Just because an appliance breaks down doesn't mean you have to. We're not big box, we're Brothers Maine, and we want you to feel like family here.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Gary's back about 24 hours from now. Gary, we should be celebrating a Brewers win at Wrigley Field.
Oh, don't say that.
Gary's going to the game, and at least we should be avoiding rain.
I think most of the rain will miss out, at least during the day tomorrow around Chicago. But around here, it's cold out there right now, clear and cold. But look at these temperatures. That doesn't look like baseball weather. 35 in Madison, 37 in Janesville. But we should be in the upper 40s and lower 50s in Chicago tomorrow, mid 40s here, and then 60s by Friday, with the potential for severe weather, unfortunately.
That's something to keep an eye on. Gary, thank you. Enjoy the game. And we'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. The CBS Evening News is right now.